Welcome to the Tsunami Alert Design tool. This is where you build your design. On the left is a menu. It lists the type of sensor and the initial cost to purchase and install a sensor. Earthquake sensors only detect earthquakes, while shallow and deep sensors detect changes in the ocean. Earthquake sensors have two different costs, depending on whether they're placed on the land or on the sea floor. On the right is a map of the Indian Ocean region. You can drag and drop sensors to the map to build a tsunami warning system. Below the menu is the initial cost of your design. The cost will update if you add more sensors. Notice that the default map is very simple, showing the land in tan, shallow water in light blue, and deep water in dark blue. You can make the map more complex by revealing the landforms with the landform slider. Sliding all the way to the right removes all the water and shows the land underneath. Using this slider can help you determine where to place your sensors. You can select the Test button to see predicted earthquakes and test results from your warning system. Now you can see the design overview. It shows the design details, the test results, and a map showing earthquakes that could happen over a 50-year period. The design details organize the sensors by type, placement, and coordinates. You can select a sensor from the list or by map marker to view a summary of how it performed over the 50 years of the model. The summary shows number of detections, number of false alarms, and any breaks due to earthquake activity. The test results describe how your system of sensors performed over 50 years. Each result relates to one of the project criteria. You can see average warning time, if all necessary warnings were received by Sri Lanka, false alarms, and the total 50-year cost to keep the system working. You can study each earthquake by selecting its marker on the map or selecting the Study Earthquakes button. This will help you determine how to improve your design for the next test. Notice in Study Earthquakes view, we have different information on the left. This set of menus sorts the earthquakes by magnitude. Each earthquake is listed based on the coordinates where it occurred. You can simplify the map by unchecking the show box. Let's study this first earthquake, D3. Notice there's a lot of things happening. The coordinate button is red, and the marker on the map gets bigger to help you see where the earthquake happened. The flag over the earthquake marker shows its magnitude. White lines indicate that a tsunami occurred from this earthquake and show where the waves hit as they spread away from the center of the earthquake. In this case, we know this tsunami reached Sri Lanka, but the people didn't receive any warning time. You'll want to understand why there was no warning time by looking at which sensors sent data and when they sent it. You can use the wave animation slider to study the event carefully. For example, the earthquake sensor in D6 had no flag, so it didn't detect this earthquake. The deep sensor in D9 sent data, but it was after the tsunami already hit Sri Lanka, and that's why there was no warning. As you run your tests, you can change sensor type or placement to try to improve your design. Now let's study the earthquake at K5. Notice it caused a local tsunami. It was small and the wave didn't reach Sri Lanka. Only one shallow sensor at K7 sent data, and Sri Lanka didn't receive a false alarm. When you're working with Tsunami Alert, you'll need to figure out which earthquakes are important to your design and study them carefully. When you're done studying, you can select Edit to return to the build screen to modify your design, or you can start over. Ask your internship coordinator if you have any more questions about how to use Tsunami Alert.